Bearded Biomed.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Bearded Biomed. I appreciate you joining me today. I have no guest. That is my design. I wanted to speak on something that is near and dear to me, that is kind of a pet peeve of mine, to be honest. It's something that quite frequently annoys me with technicians, so I figured, why not? This is a perfect opportunity to talk about it, right? The thing I want to talk about today is the follow-through. And follow through can touch on many different aspects of the job. We all know how to go out, work on something, fix something, PM something. And that is very much so an intrinsic part of our profession. But more so than not, I come across newer technicians and senior technicians. It's not part of one singular group that are not great at follow up. When you go out to do a preventive maintenance inspection on a department, a facility, depending on if you're in-house or third party, there is the beginning and there is the end. And most often than not, a lot of people drop the ball from middle to end. And my theory on this, my understanding of what is an end to a job, seems to not be shared with some other technicians. So I'm going to go through what I believe is a proper job flow follow through of completion of something that you are expected to do or you have taken on as the biomed. So let's start with the PM inspection. Each month, whether you're third party or, in-house, you're going to have a designated set PMs of what you need to accomplish that month. More often than not, that would require you either scheduling with the department or just letting them know that, hey, I got this. This is when I plan on doing it. You want to coordinate with the clinicians or the site lead to ensure that you're not going to hamper any, patient flow or create more havoc than is necessary. We very much so try to accommodate case flow and procedures and everything in between to make sure that we are doing our job, but doing it at the benefit of our facilities, of our clients. So we do that, right? We go out there, we do the work. And this is where the first thing I notice a lot of people don't do. When you finish the work, you need to check out with the person that the work is for. The whole aspect, you hear it all the time, of either pencil whipping or ninja biomedding. Nobody is going to know what you did unless you let them know. This is where you need to speak up for yourself. This is where you show your value. There is no value in something that people don't know what to put value on. So what I'm speaking of is, for instance, for us third party folks, you do a preventive maintenance inspection. You need to check out with the person. No, hey, I am done. By the way, here's some things that I noticed, some recommendations, some failures that I came across, etc. Which, by the way, all this will be included in your reports that I will provide to you. That is how those conversations should go. It is not, oh, I did the work, I'm going to scoot out. Now, sometimes by the time we get done, depending on the hours we have to work, you may not be able to check out with that person because they already left and went home. That is understandable, but you can still shoot out an email, shoot out a text, leave a note on a desk. There are ways to build trust and confidence in that we got the job done and we did it right and we did it proficiently. So let's go with the repairs now. Very much so, kind of the same deal. You have somebody within a department or somebody that puts in a service call with us third parties, and they are expecting a timely response and a solution to their problem. So this is inherent on you as the biomed to reach out, let them know that I have been assigned this, I'm taking on this work. You try to get as much information as you possibly can to discern what the problem is. Maybe you might be able to fix it over the phone. There's been several calls I've been able to do that just because I've come across the issue before, or I know immediately based on their description it's user error, or it's something that can easily be ramified with an accessory replacement. So that's why you want to use this time as a process of gathering information and setting the person that needs something fixed their mind at ease as much as possible. Because besides fixing equipment, we also have to navigate emotions and different mentalities of different folks. There are so many different facilities I go to, and every single person has a completely different personality. And I have to be able to understand what they need from my communication style, shift it up. Some people need a direct, no bullshit. This is what it is. This is when I'll be here. This is when it's going to get done. If there's costs associated, boom, 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 boom. There are people that are a little bit more laid back. There's more of a rapport, and communication styles differ. But regardless of the fact, you need to be able to navigate those waters to set their mind at ease as best as possible. Go out, do the work. If the work can get completed that day, fantastic. That means you were able to get it up with no, continuation of service. But more often than not, we come across we need to order something or give recommendation or what have you. If it is on you to order the parts, this is another aspect of the follow through that technicians need to do better of. If you are not communicating and letting them know statuses, now I understand if it's been like a couple days, fine. But if you've gone through 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, let's say something's on back order and you haven't relayed that information to the person that has their equipment down, you are doing a disservice to them. Again, if they do not have information, they are going to assume the worst. That is just human mentality. You need to reach out to them and let them know that you got this handled. This is the situation. This is the status. I've called on this. I'm looking through different avenues. I can't even tell you, especially during COVID or even now. I mean, there's still back order stuff. I've had to cancel orders, and I found the part through a quicker avenue to get this equipment up and going. But when I see a technician and I get escalation calls that they never got reached out to, they never got sent their reports, they never knew that a technician came, even though they did. We need to do a better job, folks, of doing the little stuff, the attention to detail stuff, the communication aspect of the job. We all know inherently that the biomed profession, while we have ramped up and built some awareness, is nowhere near to the level of our other medical profession colleagues that we share the space with. So if it's already difficult for people to even know we exist, how the hell are we supposed to expect them to have a level of understanding of how this works if we're not even communicating with them of how the processes are going? I will never say that I am the ultimate biomed. There's no such thing. But when it comes to communication, customer service, trust building, rapport building, relationship engagement between me, the biomed, and the person of equipment who I'm taking care of, I'm in the elite class because that's something I take stride in. That's something that I personally make sure that I give 110% on every single service that I do on at least that aspect. There's always going to be days when we're working on something that we're not at our best, or we're mentally or physically or emotionally fatigued. I get that. And for those days that you can't bring your best when it comes to servicing the equipment, at the very least, you can be communicative and let them know. I've even, the week that I lost my dad, I was out running service calls. One, because you only get so much bereavement leave in my company, and two, I didn't have that much PTO, and I tried to just keep my mind on work and not think about what I just lost. And there had been a few clients that, I shared my situation with, and they were understanding, and they gave me leeway, and they worked with me just to, make the burden on me just a little bit easier for what I was trying to get done with them. What I'm trying to drive forward here is for you new people entering the field, and even some of you folks that have been in the field for a while, nothing is going to beat out trust, communication, and relaying of that information of, well, this is where we are at throughout the process. To me, a job is not complete. A repair, a PM, whatever the hell it is, an income and inspection. A job is not complete until you have checked out with the person, got them all the information they need, whether it's part numbers, quotes, reports, just I don't know if y'all seen the movie Big Hero 6, Baymax. He cannot go back into his little battery charger case until the patient said, I am satisfied with my care. So I would challenge you, for any of you biomeds out there that are going after and doing the work day in and day out, to not seek a person saying, I am satisfied with your service, but to know that you've left it at a spot to where that's all they have left to say, if that makes sense. If they have nothing left on the table but to offer accolades, thank you, or what have you, which they don't have to, then that means you did your job fully, as you covered all the bases. Do not get so wrapped up in just doing the work and forget the human aspect of it. These are people that are going through their own emotions, that are going through their own struggles, that have their own workload, and they are counting on us to provide the ability to get their equipment up as fast and as proficiently as possible and safely as possible, so that they can keep doing what they need to do, and that's treating patients. If you're not doing the follow-ups, if you are not engaging with the people you're taking care of, then you're doing a disservice to them and to yourself. That is a huge aspect of the job. I appreciate you guys watching. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Drop a like on the video, share, and of course, if you are listening, if you're on Spotify, you can actually do a Q&A in the bottom now. You can ask questions and I'll provide answers. And you can also leave a star rating at the very top of the podcast. So, everybody's support, it's not lost on me. Thank you very much. I take this very seriously. I love doing this. It's something that I will consistently remain passionate about because I care about this field and I want things just to be better. And may the beard be with you. Take care.
Bearded Biomed.